when you go to Lords this year and Indian cricket fans go, if there is a luncheon break and a drinks break, people will go to that Lords Museum and they will not ask about Virat Kohli. They will still ask, where did Sourav Ganguly open his shirt? They will.
Yeah,
now, one second.
I can give it to you in writing if he wins the World Cup.
I've said that, I'll come to that. To that. I know your statement and I'll ask you that question, Virat. Question to you first, then I'll come to Sourav. When Sourav opened his shirt at the Lord's balcony, you may be 13, 12, I don't know. What was your first thought? He didn't have six packs like you have.
Well, I clearly remember that night. The game started off brilliantly. I think the opening part was around 100. And Dada and Virubhai were going great guns, and we felt like, oh, this is our game, because those totals back in the day were very difficult to get, especially in England, against England in a final. And I thought, this is our game, this is going great. And then we were 150 for 5, and I slept off because I could not watch, I could not take the sadness, and I just went to sleep. And then my brother came after an hour and woke me up. He's like, we're winning. I thought, it's a dream. I said, what's going on? I mean, what are you talking about? He said, we're winning, come out. So we started watching late in the night, and when I saw that moment happen, it was, I think it's very difficult for people to understand, but those things are so organic and they're so pure that you just go through with it. You're not worried about judgments. You're not worried about what people are going to say about you. As he said, you cannot be a robot operating for the sake of, what people are going to write or say about you. You have to be honest towards the game, and you have to be yourself. I mean, if you're not expressive and if you're not yourself, then as he said, you'll sleep with regrets, and that's something that no one wants to do. So I'm sure that moment was very organic. He didn't care about, whether he's in the Lord's balcony. He could have been anywhere in the world, but that was just pure happiness coming through, that against the odds, the team has achieved something, and this is the way I want to express myself. And I never think that there's anything wrong with that, because that is just pure human emotion coming out.
Okay, now is Sourav Ganguly's moment.
The best thing was at Lords, whatever I did, rightly or wrongly, there was Lakshman standing next to me and Harbhajan Singh standing behind me. So as I was taking the shirt off, Lakshman was pulling it down. He was pulling it down, and then Harbhajan was standing next to me and he's asking me, what should I do? I said, you take it off too.
Now. Sourav keeps telling me, every time I ask Sourav this, he said, your question has a shelf life. And I'm like, why? He says, let Virat Kohli win the 2019 World Cup. You talk about Lords, he will take his shirt off on Oxford Street. Over to you now.
I can guarantee you now, if he wins that final in Lords in 2019, I'll be there, you'll be there.
Yes.
And we better get our cameras ready, because, as he said, he's got the six packs. I was not heavy in 2002 as well. And I won't be surprised if he's on that Oxford Street with the trophy and his shirt off.
All of these camera people will be there on Oxford Street watching you.
I don't think it'll only be me, because there are a lot of people with six packs in the team. So they'll all be roaming around shirtless in the stadium.
And I can tell you who will be following him. Hardik Pandya.
For sure. 120%.
And I will have a new chapter in 11 Gods and a Billion Indians.
Bumrah's there as well. He's in the game big time. So we have few candidates.
He's just got to be careful with Ravi and Bharat Arun. Or he's got to make sure by the time 1 year finishes, they're slim and fit.